Here's the story of how I became a peptide millionaire. So back in 2022 and in 2023, I processed tens of millions of dollars worth of tax credits for businesses across the country. Some of those businesses were in the medical space, specifically pharmacies and wellness clinics. One day, an acquaintance of mine reached out and asked if I had heard about peptides, specifically because these medical practices were buying peptides in bulk. I thought that was very interesting because, hypothetically, I already had the buy side lined up. And that's because I had warm connections with these medical practice owners. I had already put money in their pocket once, so if I reached out with a new opportunity, they would likely listen. But I made a big mistake. And that was drastically underestimating how much work it was going to take to find legitimate suppliers. The acquaintance of mine that originally brought this opportunity to me ended up having fake suppliers. He was just dealing with a bunch of joker brokers that led to nothing. But instead of giving up when I hit a bit of adversity, I decided to double down and really understand the peptide supply chain. I ended up building relationships with all the key players in the peptide supply chain, from the raw material API manufacturers in China to the 503A and 503B pharmacies, as well as labs that produce finished goods here in the US. Once I understood who produced the product and how much it actually took from a financial perspective to produce it, it all started to click. I realized that I could leverage these relationships that I built to give a great price on this stuff to clinic owners across the country. So fast forward to today, my company Medovation Partners wholesales raw materials to pharmacies and labs, and then we bring those pharmacies and labs their top performing clients. Those clients are med spas, weight loss clinics, telemedicine companies, etc. I'm taking full advantage of this trend. I'm tapping into this industry. I see the inefficiencies. I'm coming up with unique solutions and building an entire ecosystem of value. So that's really the story of how I got started in this space and became a peptide millionaire.